Hey there everybody, Phil here for AndroidCentral.com, and we have the HTC One S, the very sleek, the very sexy HTC One S. So this is the middle phone in the new HTC One line. You've already seen our complete and full review of this guy here, the One X. So just put them side by side here for a second. And the One X is noticeably bigger, right? So it's got a 4.7 inch display, whereas the One S has a 4.3. Now we're not going to do a full, complete review on the One S just yet. This is the European version, so we don't get T-Mobile 3G here on it. This will be on T-Mobile here in the States shortly. Software's not quite final. We're seeing a couple bugs, but really just want to walk you through the hardware. And we've already seen this at Mobile World Congress, right? So it's got a Super AMOLED display, whereas the One X has LCD2, and I love this One X display. It's not horrible on the One S. It's also lower resolution. It goes back down to QHD instead of the full 720p display here on the One S. So go away. I can put that phone away. We're going to talk about the One S. I tell you what I really, really love about this phone is just how thin it is. Look at that. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's 7.1 millimeters thick. The only place that doesn't count for is right here in the camera lens, but it is so thin. And it's not light, but it's not heavy. I mean, it's proportional. HTC's always done a really nice job of making kind of proportional phones in terms of thickness and weight, and that hasn't changed. Now the other thing, and you've already seen this before, we've had videos on it, is the metal has been treated. It's called micro arc oxidation. They basically like fry it in 10,000 volts and plasma, and all this cool stuff happens. You've seen the video already. And so it kind of textures the metal a little bit, actually almost turns it into a ceramic. And if you've ever felt ceramic, it very much feels like this. You can probably almost hear me rubbing it, so it's got a little texture to it, and I'm a little worried. We're already starting to mark it up a little bit and getting a little smudging. The smudges will wipe off, but see, a couple of these just aren't going away, and that concerns me a little bit. So we're going to hang on to this for a little while longer and see what other damage we can do to it. As far as the hardware itself, so like the One X, this doesn't have a removable battery. You can take this little door off, and then you can get the SIM card in here, and you see their antenna's tucked away inside. But that's it. So no removable battery. It's 1650 milliamp hours. So not the biggest in the world, but not small either. Battery life, it's kind of tough to tell. I mean, we've been using this on GSM here, but again, not on true HSPA Plus on T-Mobile that we'll see. So we're going to withhold battery life judgment. It's not horrible. Probably the biggest difference is the displays for me. The One X display is just better. It's higher resolution, and that makes up for a lot, but also the Super LCD2 is just beautiful on this. And this is a bit of a step back. Now, I'm not saying you can't live with it. It's certainly not horrible. It's not like you're going down to 320 by 240 or something, but it's a noticeable difference, especially when you see it side by side. Speaking of side by side, there's the iPhone 4S. Yes, we have one here. And just look at the thickness. Again, that is kind of the big deal with this HTC One S. And it's just so thin. Really, really nice. And it feels great in the hand. Nicely rounded. Very well done. 8 megapixel camera on the back. It's got the same camera enhancements that the One X does, and the camera's really, really good. Really excellent. Ice Cream Sandwich, it's running Android 4.0.3 and Sense 4, which I like a lot. Really curious to see what everybody thinks about Sense 4 when you get it in your hands, because it's really an extension of Ice Cream Sandwich. It's not a big departure. If you know Ice Cream Sandwich, you like Ice Cream Sandwich, I think you're going to like Sense 4. It actually does some things a little better. A couple things a little differently, maybe not quite as good, but all things being equal, I think I really enjoy Sense 4. It keeps the spirit of Ice Cream Sandwich while just making it a little bit nicer. So there you go, a quick preview of the HTC One S, and we'll have a full review coming up. See ya.